Ja, und damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. Ein Spiel, wie wir gerade schon sehen konnten, von Access Software von 1994, ein FMV. Ja, was ist schnell zu sagen? Also Under a Killing Moon war damals also 1994, eins der größten Videospiele. Das war immerhin auf 4 CDs. Mit einem Produktionsbudget von 2 Millionen Dollar. Ja, dafür kam das Spiel auch sehr positiv in den Wertungen und überall weg. Ähm, ja gut, diesen Ruf hat es dann natürlich ein Jahr später mit Gabriel Knight dann natürlich verloren, weil Gabriel Knight hatte wesentlich mehr CDs und ein höheres Produktionsbudget, aber es ist nicht zu verachten. Und hier sind einige Stars wieder mit dabei hier in dem Spiel. Unter anderem Brian Keyes als der Colonel. Der hat halt in sehr vielen Filmen und Serien mitgespielt, unter anderem in Mord ist die Hobby, in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, in Hardcastle und McCormick. Da hatte er wohl, glaube ich, seine größte Rolle als Hardcastle. Dann haben wir hier noch Russell Means als das Chamäleon. Der hat auch in wahnsinnig vielen Filmen mitgespielt, unter anderem Natural Born Killers und Pathfinder und Der letzte Mohikaner. Das sind auch alles sehr bekannte Filme. Dann hätten wir noch Margot Kidder, ja, als die Barkeeperin in einer Bar, die wir dann später noch kennenlernen. Ich will nicht zu viel verraten. Das war Louis Lane aus den alten Superman-Filmen, die mit Christopher Reeves. Und sie hat auch noch bei Tales of the Crypt und noch bei vielen anderen Sachen mitgespielt. Und dann hätten wir unter anderem auch noch die Stimme von James Earl Jones, alias, also er ist halt bekannt als die Stimme von Darth Vader und hat natürlich auch in sehr vielen Filmen mitgespielt. Und er ist halt die große Stimme des PIs im Himmel, also praktisch Gott. Ja, bevor ich jetzt noch mehr erzähle, würde ich sagen, springen wir mal eben rein und schauen uns das ganze Intro an. Und ja, los geht's. So, dann nenne ich mich mal Mekabor. Okay, und Start.
So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlow?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm going to move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business? I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
Oh, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Oh. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Nah, just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers. You sold me out. But that's all in the past. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders. You helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. And I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
Tag 1. Cuffing up Phlegm. Oder auch Phlegm festnehmen.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
Ja, und da sind wir endlich nach dem Intro. Ja, wir haben ja jetzt einiges gesehen, ne? Also hier dieser komische Kult aus dem Zweiten Weltkrieg, der diese Statue da ausgräbt und danach sucht. Dann hier, dass Tex Murphy halt ziemlich runtergekommen ist, nachdem unter anderem seine Frau ihn verlassen hat und er einfach kein Geld und keinen Job hat oder keine Aufträge. Und dann noch die Warnung vom Colonel, dass wir wohl irgendwo in einem von seinen Fällen vorkommen und wir uns in Acht nehmen sollen, dass uns nichts passiert. Gut, ja. Wie Tex ja schon meinte, wir sollten mal schauen, dass wir irgendwie an einen Job kommen. Was ist noch zu sagen? Die Steuerung ist ein bisschen gewöhnungsbedürftig, aber ja. Also wir haben einmal hier diesen Modus, da können wir uns frei bewegen. Die Bewegung erfolgt mit der Maus. Wir können auch nach oben und nach unten gucken, uns ducken und so weiter. Nur das ist alles sehr sensitiv, also man muss da sehr vorsichtig mit sein. Und dann haben wir hier den Untersuchungsmodus, wo wir dann Sachen anschauen und kombinieren und weiß ich nicht was alles machen können. Also halt interaktiv. Ja, dann schauen wir uns mal ein bisschen um.
The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
Aha. Na gut. Oh. Da liegt doch eine Waffe, oder?
My gun. I love it so much!
Ja, dann nimm sie doch. Pack sie ein.
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, Hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that too. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those days.
Oh, das wird ja immer besser. Jetzt auch noch die Waffe verloren. Ja, wie man schon merkt, das ist schon so ein bisschen, geht schon so ein bisschen in Richtung Slapstick. Allerdings gibt es da auch natürlich ernste Themen. Also es wird nicht alles verballhornt, aber es ist schon mehr so auf locker, flockig, lustig gemacht. So, was ist das denn hier? Das ist nichts, aber hier haben wir Post.
Oh boy, mail. Oh
mehr.
boy, mail.
Gut. Was haben wir hier? Sieht aus wie eine Musikbox.
My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb.
Ja, schöne Fahrstuhlmusik. Nichts, okay. Ein
This
Wasserspender.
pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
Oh. Arthur Murphy, School of Dance.
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training.
Ja gut, aber man kann doch trotzdem sich als Tanzlehrer, oder geht das nicht? Muss man so und so viele Tanzstunden haben, bevor man das machen darf?
Ah, the closet door.
Ja, mach die doch mal auf. Ah ja.
All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like and they stay with it.
Ja, wie man schon merkt, Murphy ist so ein bisschen, ja, gehört eigentlich 100 Jahre in die Vergangenheit. Ja, bis auf die Schuhe. Aber sonst ist er ja wirklich so ein klassischer 30er Jahre Detective.
I call this painting the Big Spill.
Aha.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle.
Ach, der ist nur aufgemalt. Hm.
That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required. Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
Was liegt daneben? Oder ist das auch nur Dreck? Ach nee, das ist nur Dreck. Ja, und überall Risse in den Wänden.
That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni. That hutch holds a life's worth.
Kennen wir?
This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender.
Hm.
This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's.
Ach so.
CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
Oh, das könnte noch bestimmt wichtig werden. Was? CrimeLink. We make it stick. Ah ja, ich sehe schon. Okay. Was haben wir hier?
The UI of U was the only place that would accept me. Half the course credit was earned by locating the university. I spent weeks earning this baby. Best $20 I ever spent.
Ja, kann man machen, oder? Ups. Ah. Aha. Private Investigator. Ja, ja. Was haben wir denn da drauf? Was ist das denn?
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
Oh, also Faxmaschine kaputt.
This cabinet
Okay.
is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia.
Nichts drin? Nichts drin. Na gut.
This cabinet is where my old successes go to die.
So, der kann nur die eine öffnen, ja. Ja. Na gut. Ups. So, was haben wir denn da? Die Stühle.
The Scotch guard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything. And I ought to know.
Huh?
The Scotch guard...
Ne, das kennen wir. Was ist mit ihm hier? Ja, ein bisschen merkwürdiger aus der Stuhl.
I love my comfy chair. I just wish it wouldn't be so easy to tip over whenever I got drunk.
Ja. Woran das wohl liegt? Könnte man ja auch die Sperre reintun, dann kippelt der nicht. Was haben wir denn hier oben drauf? Was ist das?
My phone would work perfectly if it hadn't been disconnected. Hip-hop English keeps me up on all the slang kids are using today.
Hip-Hop Englisch, okay. Ist das wieder so ein Ding dann 2040?
Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholster and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
Oh je, oh je. Ja, was ist das auch für eine Frau, ne? Da kann man echt nur gucken, dass man nicht schnell los wird. Ups, das hat so schnell gedreht. Noch ein bisschen nach unten gucken.
Sylvia.
Oh nein.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with...
I married her for better or worse.
Ja, aber das kennen wir ja schon. Blöd, dass man immer wieder hier zurückgesetzt wird. An den Eingang. Und was ich auch ein bisschen doof fand, war in dem Intro, dass die Untertitel da nicht ganz synchron waren. Das war ein bisschen irritierend am Anfang.
Nothing in here but a stamp. One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
$10? Das ist aber eine $10 Briefmarke. Boah, ganz schön viel wert, oder?
As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess.
Nichts von Interesse. Schade.
This here is my favorite desk drawer.
Ja, was ist denn da drin? Nichts. Okay.
As usual, it's a mess.
Da ist doch gar nichts drin, oder? Nee. Warum sagt er denn, das ist ein Mess? Also ein Durcheinander. Oh, vorsichtig.
Nothing in here but a pen.
Ah, Stift können wir brauchen.
This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office.
Ja, dann pack den doch mal ein. Genau.
As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. Most of these desk drawers haven't been used for so long, I'm afraid to open them. As usual, it's a mess. As usual.
Schade. Okay, was haben wir denn sonst noch da so? Was ist das?
World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III. The fabulous Dior lamp. I bought it for 77 cents. The fabulous Dior lamp.
Nee, nicht die Lampe. Ich Ich wollte wissen, was das für Bücher sind.
The fabulous.
Huh?
I love murder mysteries. To be a fictional detective, everything would be so much simpler then.
Oh, wahrscheinlich, ne?
Things look pretty slow on the street today.